that's not going to happen. So
No.
did you play any golf this week? Although
Our biggest tournament of the year at our club, my partner and I won.
no way.
Yeah.
You're kidding. Really?
Yeah.
So what do you win? Don't tell me. I already know. A gift card. There you go.
Actually, it was a good golf tournament. It's the one we have inter bets on, so it was good. It was a good one to win.
So you did a playoff or something? Did you just win it outright?
No, we won in a playoff. Second hole, I actually made a birdie on the second hole of the playoff, and that made our team win. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you get a cup, or was that a gift card instead of a cup?
Nope. We both got our names on a trophy. So
Okay.
This tournament's been going on about 20 years. So.
Wow. So, I mean, you're old. This is really good. Are they younger people you're playing against, or people in their 80s?
You're funny.
Yeah.
There were actually a lot of pros playing this event. We had a lot of pros. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Is your buddy a pro though?
No. So they picked an A player, and so I'm one of the A players, and it's handicapped still. So the tour pros actually play as +5s.
Oh, I see. I got you. Right.
And my handicap's gone all the way up to 3. So.
You mean a +3?
No, I'm a 3 handicap, so I'm actually getting strokes now.
Oh, this is new development. This is hot news, everybody. Because when I used to play with Mike, terribly, I might add, you were a +3, weren't you?
That's right, +3, +4.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
So what's going on here? What is it? Why the 6-stroke swing?
Just terrible. Just played terrible. I don't know. I'm not giving in to age yet.
Is it just arthritis, the gammy leg? Is that what it is?
It is not arthritis. I don't have any arthritis.
Oh, okay. It's the that wooden leg, I'm sure, is starting to slow you down a little bit.
It could be too much drinking on the golf course.
Those from the girls that bring the drinks around in the carts. Yeah, that was the most fun for me playing golf. That's the whole reason you play golf. That and the 19th hole, of course.
Yeah, it is great. Yeah, then it's nice talking then at the end.
Yeah. So what else? See, I'm as you know, there's a new website I want to promote. Not that it has anything to do with me, but I laughed my ass off when I saw it, and it's called corrupt.af, which is an Afghanistan suffix, right? .af, but AF stands for corrupt.asfuck, basically. And I wish I had thought about it. It's so friggin' brilliant. Corrupt.af. Anyway, it summarizes on a daily basis the latest corrupt outbursts from Donald Trump. Or not outbursts, but things that he's done and conflicts of interest and things like that. So you have a chance. I don't own it. I have nothing to do with it. Some guy did it. I just thought, I wish I'd thought of that name, corrupt.af. And it's really well done, by the way. It's friggin' brilliant. If you have a chance to go look at it, I highly recommend it.
I will. I saw a great YouTube the other day. Someone sent me was adopt a millennial.
Why? What's so good about it?
I was just going through, some of the challenges for millennials, and they get student loans and bad degrees.
Yes.
They don't really want to work, and it's not their fault. And there's one part where he says, a normal charity you donate $19.99 or $29.99 a month, but in this millennial adoption program, that's not enough. It's $2,900 a month.
That's right. Well, actually, they didn't vote, did they? A lot of them didn't vote, I seem to recall, and which was a real shock to me.
Oh, no. I mean, why would you vote for those two candidates? I give them some good intelligence level for that.
God, I mean, I was shocked that they voted. I mean, I'm sure obviously some of them voted for Trump, some voted for Hillary, but I'm shocked that more didn't, because they were Bernie Sanders supporters. Many of them anyway. I'm shocked that they didn't turn out in larger numbers, because you know why? I don't think they did. I think everybody didn't think Trump was going to win.
No question. Who could have thought he was going to win?
So,
I mean, he really needed everything to go perfect for him, and it did. I mean, you think he lost what by 2.5 million or 3 million?
he did, and yep. Although of course he says he didn't. That's all done that's down to illegal votes and illegal immigrants. But yes,
yeah. Well, and he won probably four or five states by 100,000 total.
That's right. That's right.
So, I mean, things fell really unbelievably. I'm not saying luck, but his way.
It is amazing, isn't it? I mean, people are going to look back on that election and go, "That there is WTF, right? How the hell did that happen?" You know?
Yeah, he had no support of his party, basically.
No, they didn't.
It does tell you that there's a lot of people that are not happy.
Well, you and I have spoken about this before. It's the same people who, in the Labour constituencies in the UK, who voted for Brexit. Labour constituencies, for those who don't know, is like strong Democrat. Working class, traditionally anyway, strong, union support, car factories, those sort, manufacturing or steel, and they've seen a decline, just like here. And they absolutely stunned the Labour leadership, and who were very ambiguous in some ways, but a lot of the liberal people, left-wing people who were pro-Europe, by many of those constituencies voted to leave.
Yeah.
And it's the same people. Remember, that's why didn't Trump call it Brexit times 10?
Yeah. I mean, people don't care what the certification for a piece of cheese in France is.
Exactly. And when you've got the U.S., so when you've got the, so Trump hit a vein, basically, with his saying, I'm going to stop NAFTA, which he won't be able to, but cars and jobs being built overseas and jobs going overseas. He whether or not you believe he's going to do it, or it can actually do it, as opposed to saying he's going to do it, is irrelevant. If you're some of these people, you're going, I've actually got someone talking to me for a change.
Yep, I agree with that. But it's you look at the map of the U.S. and county by county, Republican, Democrat, it's overwhelming how much it's Republican across the entire country compared to the pockets of Democrats where there's lots of population and everyone's a Democrat, basically. But most of the country, by county, is Republican. I mean, by thousands of counties ahead.
You're saying, counties. Is that new to this election, or was that previously, or was that just something that happened now?
I think it went even more this election. But I mean, it's just you look at it. I mean, there's pockets in the Northeast. There's obviously pockets in California on the coastline, and then there's Illinois and around kind of Lake Michigan there. Other than that, it's a Republican country.
Yeah, but is it, right? You say that. I mean, I actually live in Travis County, which is one of the few blue counties in Texas. But is that true, what you just said, when Trump isn't – I don't think Trump's a Republican, do you? I mean, he wants to spend money on infrastructure. He's not talking about the deficit. He's not talking about and a few things he's saying, making words about climate change, real or not real, whatever. But – He's really focusing on America first. Tariffs. Free trade isn't free if it's not fair, that type of thing. That's not Republican talking points at all. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, he is very, very much a democratic view of the world, and that's why I'm so surprised you and him aren't friends. Well, I was about to say that. That's the dichotomy, right? In many of the things that he's saying. If Hillary had said it, the Republicans would just be going apeshit, right? If Hillary had said tariffs, NAFTA, build a wall, whatever, that the Republicans would be having a coronary right now, right? Yeah. So that's what I find hypocritical, especially around people like Paul Ryan, right, who should be there for free speech and for standing up for democracy. Because when Trump talks about belittling, the news media and his other things, I think that's wrong. You need to be above that. You're the President of the United States.
I think belittling the news media is absolutely appropriate right now.
No, I don't think so. Not for the president. That's fine. His surrogates can do it, but not the President of the United States.
I don't agree with much that he says, but I agree that the news media in the U.S. needs to be belittled.
Well, that's a whole other topic. But let me just finish why I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not a Trump fan.
Wait, what?
Yeah, are you surprised? I'm not a Trump fan because of even though he's doing some things I agree with, sort of, right? He's, infrastructure spending, although, again, the jury's still out. We have no idea what he's going to do. I agree with him that we should invest in American factory workers and those guys, which the Democrats have lost. And in many ways, in this case, they deservedly so because they weren't talking to him. He's given up talking about the deficit, which is fine because the deficit was going down anyway, though he's going to explode it. So in many of the things which he's spoken about, I begrudgingly go, I agree with. The trouble is there are too many other things that he's doing, especially around Obamacare, especially around cutting taxes for the rich, especially around being friends with Russia and others. From a policy perspective, I'm not talking personality at the moment, I totally disagree with. But the main reason I'm not a Trump fan is because of his character. He doesn't have one. And so I'm really, he has character like a cartoon, but he's not got the character that's the right character and temperament to lead the United States. That's why I'm not a Trump fan.
He doesn't have as much character as Hillary, I guess.
She's not a danger to the country. I actually think Donald Trump is dangerous for the country.
She's insidious, and it's why the country's in trouble.
What? She wasn't president. She's not president. She wasn't president.
It's what she represents. So you're saying Trump? You're saying Trump's done all. Trump hasn't done anything yet. You can't blame Trump for anything yet. All you're blaming him for is you don't like him.
No, so I'm blaming him for no. It's not that I like or I listen. I didn't like or dislike. I don't worry about that, right? No one. I've told you before. No one liked Margaret Thatcher, even her own party. But I voted for her 3 times.
I'm just saying. You said about her character, his character, and I'm not going to defend his character, but there's no way to defend her character either.
Yeah, well, again, I don't think she's dangerous for the United States, though. I actually think he's actually physically dangerous for the United States. Now, hopefully I'm wrong, right? Trust me, I hope I'm wrong, but I think he's dangerous in 1 or 2 particular areas. So one is I think he's going to leave us vulnerable overseas. And 2, although, by the way, that's the other reason I do agree with him, was we don't need to keep fighting all these wars overseas. Why are we sending young men and women to fight in these countries? I agree with that. But what I mean by leaving us vulnerable is cozying up to people like Russia. And 2, I think he's a danger to the discourse of the United States, right? He's a danger to the discourse of the United States internally, and that some of his behavior will become acceptable for the President of the United States. And I think that's wrong.
We'll see.
I predict he'll be impeached or thrown out. By the way. Yeah. So let me ask you this before we sign off. Are you glad you voted for him?
Yes.
Really?
Absolutely.
I'm stunned, man. I mean, honestly, I'm really blown away.
I'm sickened by the political system, and it has to change.
But everybody he's brought into his cabinet is an old-time policy guy.
What do you mean policy guy? They're business people for the most part, or military backgrounds. They're not the hack political appointees that
they're all. But he's got all these generals there, and they're all hawks, and he's got all his crony buddies who are all billionaires, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, finish telling me why you.
Let's see how they do. I'm okay with trying something different. That's how bad a shape I think we're in.
Really? But what bad shape do you think we're in? The budget deficit is going down. You've got a high employment rate. You've got more people with health care. People aren't dying as much in overseas wars. What is it that's wrong? I mean, what is it that needs to be improved? It all needs to be improved, but what is not going right?
We're $20 trillion in debt. We've got massive deficits on a yearly basis.
But Trump's going to make that worse, Mike.
He may.
He will. He's already said he doesn't care about the deficit. He's already said it.
I at least want to blow it up. You ask me why. I mean, don't argue with me. At least respect my opinion.
Oh, I can't do that.
even as independent as you are, That's the funniest thing.
Yes, I will respect the fact that you are misguided and and that clearly you need to be. You should have actually. I have what I should have done was given you your